Do you guys remember last time when I made this episode and I kind of said, hey, next episode, I guarantee you they will not be all weapon mods. Some of you guys don't really love seeing weapon mods all the time, and I just really want to stick to my word. I really did want to. But then I looked at some of the mods and I was like, well, at the same time, how can I deprive you guys of all these great weapon mods? So here we are back with another episode of upcoming mods and another episode of a very weapon-filled upcoming mods. We've been getting tons of work in progress pictures for tons of different weapon mods and really just mods in general. The series has been on fire lately. I've been saying that in the intro of every video. If you guys have never seen the series before, basically I show you pictures that are publicly available of some different mods that are being worked on right now by different mod authors for Fallout 4. If you want more details on any of the mods, you can find a link in the description down below to where I get the pictures. But with that, let's just jump straight into it. So at first we have a weapon mod that doesn't actually have a name yet, although I do believe this is going to be kind of an SR25 or an SR variant rifle. I could be totally wrong. This could be like a HK416 or 417 by contrast, although it doesn't look big enough to be an HK417. This is going to be a new mod by the mod authors that did bring us the OTS Pernock, the 9x39 project, and the AK-74M. They've been releasing mods very rapidly, basically at a rate of one weapon mod a week, and some of these weapon mods are the highest quality guns we've gotten for Fallout 4 ever. So a big shout out to those guys. They've been producing some very high quality work, and I imagine this is going to be no exception to that. As you can probably tell by the picture, again, we do have a pretty interesting looking weapon. It's probably going to be an AR, SR, or M4 platform, and it also does seem like we have a lot of different furniture on it that is different colors. So of course you do have that kind of tan stock and pistol grip, as well as the foregrip is also going to be tan, as well as you actually have a mag pull on the magazine, which actually looks like a mag pull magazine as well. So definitely going to be kind of tactical. It's going to have a lot of different features as it does seem, as well as it does look like it's silenced or there's a suppressor of some sort on the barrel there. M4s are actually a category that's been large in part untouched. Obviously the HK416 is probably the most anticipated mod for Fallout 4 right now. I get comments about that every single video. I don't know any more details about it, but otherwise we only have a few M4 style mods, and actually there's a lot more options for AKs, which typically M4s and AKs go hand in hand, or at least those kind of variants of rifles. Obviously there's a lot of different options in both categories. Again, these mod authors do make extremely high quality mods, so seeing a new variant of a M4 or SR or AR definitely gets me excited, and definitely seems like we're going to have some customizability options for it, which is again going to be really cool, as that's actually been one area that's a little bit lacking from some of their mods. Definitely one I'm going to be excited for, and I bet a lot of you will be as well. So next up we have the FNFAL. So this is actually a pretty big update because it is from Doombased. Doombased is a mod author that did make a ton of really high quality weapon mods, but has kind of been MIA for a little while now. He was releasing weapon mods at a very consistent rate, but then kind of fell off and did release some other non-weapon mods. But regardless, it does seem like he is coming back. He does also actually say in the post with these images that he's either going to release this next or a shotgun mod. Regardless, we do have the FNFAL. So this is actually a very popular weapon in the world. You may have not seen it because it's used mostly in kind of third world or smaller countries, not the kind of US or EU. Regardless, it's a pretty interesting gun nonetheless. It fires a pretty big round, a 7.62 by something I forget. It's the same round fired out of the M14 and actually some of the earlier M60s. It's like a 308 round. So it is packing a pretty big punch, but due to that, a lot of times it is actually only semi-automatic, although obviously you can fire it fully automatic, but this thing packs a big punch and a big recoil. As you can tell by these images, it does typically have, again, a smaller mag. Regardless, it definitely seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting gun. You've probably seen this in some other video games. It is a fairly popular gun in media, and it's pretty cool to see kind of a one-off assault rifle, not just the M4s or the M16s or the AK-47s. This gun is a little bit different, maybe not as well known. This or Galil, I think, are just two really cool guns that aren't as captured by media today, and I think they're pretty cool nonetheless. Again, this will definitely be a good addition to Fallout 4. I do hope Doombased does take advantage of the higher damage and higher caliber that this gun does offer, but all around we'll see how it does get implemented. So then we do have an update to the Gun SMG. This is a new mod by Deadpool 2099. He'd make the 45 auto pistol, and he has actually been working on a few other weapon mods as well. Regardless, here we do have the grease gun. This was kind of meant to be a Thompson M1A1 replacer, but it was actually very cheaply made. That's kind of why they wanted to replace it. This one was much more cost effective, but also not nearly as high quality, so it never really came to fruition. Regardless, he does give us a few details about the gun. He does say it's going to be kind of spec'd in between the vanilla Tommy gun and the combat rifle, and on top of that, it is going to be getting custom animations, so you're not going to be holding it like a pistol when the gun does come out. Regardless, again, the gun itself does look very high quality and very cool. He also does plan to add a number of different weapon attachments. We've been kind of seeing a surge in World War II weapons for Fallout 4, which is pretty cool to see. I personally really like that era of guns. I just think it's a pretty cool era, and I feel like they fit oddly well into Fallout 4 for whatever reason. Regardless, again, a pretty high quality weapon, and definitely one I'm looking forward to. So next up, we only have one image, but a teaser of a new Famas. This is going to be by Haru or Black X Teal. Basically, what this again is going to be is a new Famas rifle for Fallout 4. This is actually going to bring some of the first bullpup animations into the game. A bullpup is a gun that has the magazine behind the trigger. So you have to kind of lift the gun up and pull the magazine out from behind, like under your arm. Obviously, this is very different than anything we have in Fallout 4, so definitely custom animations are a must for these types of weapons. There's actually a number of different guns you probably have heard of that are bullpups, like the AUG, the L85, the L86, and of course the Famas. The real benefit of this is with having the magazine and the bullets loaded in the back of the gun, you actually have more real estate for the barrel, so your gun can actually fire at a longer range and just more accurately. All around, this is definitely going to be a pretty cool mod. I'm excited to get these new set of animations and really just a whole new class of guns, because after the animation comes out, it's going to inspire a lot of other people to start working on their own bullpups, or even some existing mods will get updated with it. Again, definitely something I'm going to be pretty excited for. So last but certainly not least, we have some updates to the Walther SMG that I've showed you a few times now. We actually have a few different things here. First and foremost, of course, we have those kind of pink and very loud and, in my eyes, pretty cool textures. I definitely love when mod authors do give texture mods to their different guns. I feel like it just creates a really cool and honestly different feeling when using the gun. It feels like you have more options than just a single weapon mod. And then on top of that, we do have a few of the different attachments that are going to be available now. Of course, we do kind of have like a red dot sight, which does again look pretty cool. It has a nice Vault-Tec logo on it. And then we do have a few other textures, or at least what seem like a few other textures. Not as crazy or as detailed as the first one, but still pretty cool nonetheless. This gun is looking very promising. A lot of the different images we have been getting of it do just make it really look high quality. Of course, there's going to be a port from Fallout New Vegas. If you weren't really following this mod, the mod author did kind of have this gun again for Fallout New Vegas, and then was like, hey, I'll port it over and add some new features with it in Fallout 4. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed as always. If you did watch to this point in the video, comment business down below. As always, thank you again for watching, and also just let me know, what of these was your favorite mod? Which seemed the coolest or just the most interesting? Personally, I actually think the FAL is going to look very promising. I'm really excited to see what Doombase does have his up his sleeve this time, because I feel like the weapon mod scene changed a little bit since he last was putting out mods. Just the standard of quality has gone up a bit, which I'm just curious to see how he reacts to that. Again, as always, thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you guys all next time. Later.